Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Chris the Dom One, and I am back with another video. Breaking news. This just came down the news wire. This has been reported first on ESPN.com. But Paul George informed the Oklahoma City Thunder organization that he is not going to opt in his contract, and he's deciding to opt out and become a restricted free agent. Now, I'm going to tell you what that means for the Oklahoma City Thunder and the domino effect when you're talking about the NBA free agent landscape this summer. And the fireworks are starting Thursday morning instead of Friday. So Paul George wanted to get on this real fast and real quick. Let me tell you what this means. This doesn't necessarily mean that Paul George is not going to re-sign with the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's just a slimmer percentage chance that he will sign with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the same chances of recruiting Paul George, just like the LA Lakers or the Clippers. You know, they all have the same percentages. I've been stating this for a long time now, that everyone was focusing on the wrong players to sign, that the Lakers are trying to recruit and sign. A lot of people looked at the big names like LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard, but a lot of people were not focusing on Paul George and Klay Thompson. I think those two, and Klay Thompson is going to be a free agent next year. I think those two players, if the Lakers somehow, some way get both of these players in 2 summers, that's going to make the roster a lot more better because, Klay Thompson is a lot younger. Paul George is somewhat young too, but he still has plenty years to play in the NBA. Versus a LeBron James who's only got like 3, maybe 4 years, and a Kawhi Leonard that I just don't see the San Antonio Spurs giving up on Kawhi Leonard that fast and that quick. I think the San Antonio Spurs, people think that, there's a possibility that the Lakers and the Spurs trade talk will heat up at the trade deadline when the NBA season starts for this year. But I'm willing to bank on that the San Antonio Spurs are going to wait until next summer I think they got a whole year to establish the relationship that they have with Kawhi Leonard, and I think ultimately they will. But like I always stated, people the social media, and when you're talking about sports talk, a lot of these shock jocks that have these radio shows and these TV shows, Fox and CNN, Fox 1 and ESPN, they was focusing on the wrong 2 players. Now, I think that's a better combination. I think if you really tap into the minds of Magic Johnson, Jeannie Buss, and the Lakers organization, they would love to have LeBron James, okay? But I think they will also love to have this package of Paul George and Klay Thompson, because both of the pieces fit, and they immediately fit. It's not going to take time for them to develop, and also, they still get to keep their core roster, okay? They're not giving up on Alonzo Ball that fast, that quick. Brandon Ingram, and there is a possibility they can give up on, I keep forgetting his, I keep mispronouncing his name, Kuzma, whatever his name is, the shooting guard for the Lakers. They're willing to keep him, but when you think about it, those players fit better with a Paul George and a Klay Thompson than when you're trying to somehow, some way finesse a trade with Kawhi Leonard. You're going to have to give up a couple of those pieces. And if you bring LeBron to the Lakers, LeBron is not willing to play with younger players, particularly younger players that are still trying to find their way in the league. LeBron wants to play with veterans, and he wants to win immediately, which the Lakers can get short-term success by this method. But when it's all said and done and LeBron James retired, then they're going to be back to square one, okay? Versus with Klay Thompson and Paul George, those two players, you got like a 6 to 8 year, you got a long time before you have to push the reset button. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what's going down. Like I said earlier in the video, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's a shoe-in that he's going to the LA Lakers. It just decreases the chances of the Oklahoma City re-signing Paul George. If I had to be a betting man, I would give the edge slightly to the Lakers because Paul George is from there. He has family ties there. So there's a possibility that he would love to put on the purple and gold. He's been illustrating this for years now. And when it's all said and done, it's a possibility that he can join the Lakers. But it's also a slimmer possibility that he goes back to the Oklahoma City Thunder and play with Russell Westbrook and see what they could do this year. See if they can get past the first round. Now, there's a possibility that he could sign a 1-year deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder and just play one more year with the Oklahoma City Thunder. At least give them the benefit of a doubt. Maybe Carmelo Anthony can get some of his old form back, and maybe they can get by the first round, but and maybe contend in the Western Conference Finals. Because when it's all said and done, the Houston Rockets, when you look at their situation, not only they have to sign Chris Paul, but they got to sign Trevor Ariza, as well as other players to fit in that roster, and they're gonna have to give up on a couple of players to keep just those two that I just mentioned. Okay, they're not, they're almost the Houston Rockets are closer to the salary cap limit than when you're talking about the Golden State. Well, Golden State Warriors is said and done, but when you talk about the Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're about to balloon way past the threshold of the salary cap, and they're going to be the first $300 million team if they sign Paul George to a longer extension past 1 year. Okay, you still have to pay those other players. All right, but breaking news, that's what's going down. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One, and I am out here.